Okay. There's been a lot of talk about this, and I think it's only important that we do address just a little bit about the madness and insanity that is, oh my God, the madness and insanity that is, I guess, fandom, I guess, entertainment, because this is something I have heard about in the past. I wasn't really ready for it, but here we go. Apparently, the CIA ran a Star Wars fan site, and it was secretly set up as a way to, I guess, I don't know, I guess as a way for spies to communicate with each other, which I find absolutely insane. So a Star Wars fan site was run by the El Federales. All right, so this is some shocking news, and I want to give a huge shout out to my audience for at least bringing this to my attention as well. But I'm also sharing this because it says a lot about really overall how we communicate online. And I've said before, folks, that there's going to be more of a wave of censorship coming against us. So the CIA ran a Star Wars fan site to secretly communicate with informants. So, in quite possibly the craziest piece of nerd-related news you'll read this week, besides maybe the true reason why Ultron is in Marvel Rivals, it has been revealed that a seemingly innocent Star Wars fan website was actually run by the CIA, the Central Bureau of Intelligence. So, um, and first of all, Prim 54, George Lucas is very much alive. Okay, George Lucas is very much alive. And Mastermind, you're a pitiful band of rebels. Absolutely, yes, the rebel scum. So, it's just nuts. It's just nuts. So, oh, and its purpose wasn't to discuss midichlorians or whether Han or Greedo shot first, but rather a way for informants, aka spies, to communicate. Oh God, makes me wonder what else is being spied in on. Okay. Like now, I'm going to be paranoid about every single thing. These are not the spies you're looking for. In a new in-depth report from independent outlet 404 Media, it's been revealed that the Star Wars webnet, StarWarsWeb.net, was more than just a way to get the latest Star Wars news via Joseph Cox reporting. The fan website that had headlines related to Lego Star Wars, along with advertisements for buying your own lightsaber, had a much deeper purpose, a way for the CIA and many of its sources to talk. The Star Wars site was one of several sites in a network built to allow covert communications, with others being centered on comedy, extreme sports, and music. The simplest way to put it, yes, the CIA absolutely had a Star Wars fan website with secretly embedded communication systems, Zach Edwards, an independent cybersecurity researcher, said in part. Unfortunately for the spies in question, many of them died. No, I don't say that, as these websites were actually sloppily put together, allowing nefarious bodies to sniff them out. In a previous report, it was noted that simply typing a password into the search bar opened up a login screen to begin communication with the CIA. This is how they get you, man. This is how they get you. This is how they get you. And yes, Abiding 71, Andor series is as good as any of the series out there, 8 out of 10. Oh, yes, the ISB or the IB. Yes, yes, the Imperial Security Bureau, the ISB. Because, hey, Project Stardust, aka Death Star, it's an energy program, free, clean, renewable energy for the whole universe. Oh my goodness. Okay, and no way the CIA can make something as good as Legos into Star Wars games. Well, it's happened. And Salty Digital Dive says that's dumb as F. Everyone knows that Han shot first. Yes, I know. I know. And Natalie Williams says social media and social engineering are everywhere. I know. I know. I know. It is the craziest thing ever to even talk about or even to address this. So, continuing on. Not only was it possible to phrase out the communication channel, but because the network sites had sequential IPs, it was entirely possible to find multiple sites by just knowing one. Nowadays, if you go to a website, you'll be automatically redirected to the real life CIA.gov site, a surefire sign that that everything that's been revealed is indeed truer than Darth Vader being Luke's father. So it really says a lot. And I know the YouTube channel Clownfish TV actually did a segment on this because, what I find funny, and I wanted to read the comment section on it. It's funny how many conspiracy theories turned out to be true once enough time has passed. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they aren't watching you. When I say keep your heads on a swivel, I mean it. You're being watched. You have somebody watching you, okay? And by the way, the current state of Star Wars saddens me. Watching the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith in theaters was amazing. Kudos to the Ultron reference. Yes. Somebody else wrote here. Thank you again for the super chat. We do appreciate it. The Mary Sue was MI6 the whole time. The government keeps sticking its grubby fingers into everything. That's what another commentator says. Defund alphabet agencies. And hold on. What else? What else we got here? There's a couple things here. Somebody wrote, "You, I was right. You, I was right. You, I was right." Alex Jones, probably somewhere in the ether. You would be surprised. The FBI has also been caught doing this crap many, many, many times. And hold on. What else? What else is out there? There's no way outlets like Kotaku are still in existence without their dirty mitts in social slush funds. And what else? There's a little bit more here. There's a little bit more here, folks. There's a little bit more here. I'm just reading some of the comments from Clownfish TV. Headlines today in Babylon B are headlines in the New York Times tomorrow. So, why is this important? Why are we even talking about this? Why is this significant to our conversation of Star Wars, of social media, of everything else in between? Well, it's because, folks, we have to be very literate and self-aware of the online space, the online community. Does it surprise me that the government would be involved in fan websites or fan theories or things of pop culture and media? I mean, yeah, they would be. I mean, it's a perfect cover. Just like in Breaking Bad, when Heisenberg was building his little laboratory underneath that laundry mart. Well, Pulios was helping set that up. But it's always out there. And this is how, we have to be self-aware. You have to be careful where you go online, where you post information, and yes, even who you talk to. This is after reading this story, reading this article last night, it's definitely made me reevaluate, okay, who do you trust now? Because with information like this, you should be a little paranoid. You should be a little concerned. And also, this is where you also have to protect your loved ones too. Definitely senior citizens, of course. Now, yeah, I don't see a senior citizen going to a Star Wars website, but this is where you have to protect people who are not internet literate, and even young people too, especially kids, because boomers, Xers, and millennials. We have grown up in a time before the internet, and as the internet was evolving with us. And now Gen Z and the next generation are going to be intertwined with the internet. And this is where we have to tell people and inform the next generation, the younger people, like, hey, you have to be aware of this. Hey, you have to be careful of this. Hey, you should be certain of this. Be careful who you trust. Be careful who you talk to. The all-seeing eye of Big Brother. What could go wrong? So, in the off chance that our NSA, our FBI, and CIA handlers are watching the show with us right now, everyone, give a wave to your handler right now, whoever they are. I mean, hey, so tell us how you feel about Star Wars. Who's your favorite Star Wars character? What's your favorite Star Wars movie? What do you think of Disney Star Wars, or do you prefer the extended universe before Disney bought Star Wars? Because this is the only way I can end this on a humorous note, because it's grim dark, and now you have to really look at anything that you like and be careful who you talk to. This is going to cause us to be more paranoid towards each other. The internet was supposed to bring people together, and now we're so divided. It is beyond frightening.